All right. Good morning, everyone. And thank you so much for joining us all here today. Today's shiur should be Le'ilu Nishmas, our dear friend Menachem ben Yisrael Yaakov. And the reason I emphasize that is because this Shabbos is his first yahrzeit from Menachem. And there's a lot to say about Menachem. I'm not going to get in it over here today, but I just want to make note of the fact that we started learning, at least I started learning in this year, exactly a year ago, was the morning that Menachem had passed away. It was actually, none of us even knew yet that something had happened. And it's been a year, it's been an amazing year, and his neshama should have a huge aliyah, and zchusim that we have out of this should be on him as well, and should bring him to higher levels. It should also be b'schus Lilu Nishmas, my dear aunt Rivka Bas Gavriel Tzvi, and for Zaidi. Remind me? I went off. Shmuel. Reb Shmuel ben Yosef Dov HaKohen, and b'schos Refuah Shalema B'karav Meshalom ben Sarachel, Miriam Basara, and Yair Yeshia ben Chaya Tar. That's what happens when I go off script. Can't remember the rest of it. Today, we are on page 241 in the Ora Vigdor, for those who are following along. Today, we're going to be talking about what he calls the fallacy of wealth. This idea that wealth could change something for you. And we're going to talk about from both perspectives, from the person who seeks that wealth and also from the people who look up to the wealthy people and how they interact with wealthy people. And we're going to talk about what that fallacy of wealth is, what this allure or this big thing that everybody's wanting out of it, both from the wealthy person's perspective and from the person who's looking up at the wealthy person. Now he says like this: V'yesh mibnei adam kitois. There are types of people she'eina mishtadlam liknois hamama laharbes mimenu, who make an effort to acquire a lot of money and to increase it, ela lahavas akavim mibnei adam, only because of their love of being honored, not because they have a good purpose for it, right? They just want more. V'lasis lahem shem, and to make a name for themselves. V'ein mafsik lahem mimenu shum dover, and therefore nothing is ever enough, because once a person wants honor, he tries to get all that he can, and we know that there's never an end to that. You know, you always want more and more. You want more people to like you, more people to give you kavod. And this shows their ignorance in what will bring real honor in this world and in Olam Haba. Honor in this world is not brought about by money. You can't buy real honor. And the next world, it's surely not affected by money. So really, the money as a whole, you can't really buy honor, not on this world and not on the next world. And this ignorance of this individual is the result of seeing the honor shown by ignorant people towards men of wealth. Now, understand, this rich person is not stupid. Like, he sees what other people are doing to rich people. He sees other rich, the common folk, as Chavis says, how they look up to the wealthy and how they give them that cover. So this person who becomes rich, it's not for nothing that he wants it. He sees how people love it and they gravitate towards that wealth. V'kivudam lahem l'sikvasam mashiesh etzlam, and they honor them because they hope to get something of which the wealthy person possesses, and to draw over to themselves some of the property, some of this and some of that. Why do common folk they gravitate towards the wealthy people? They want it. They do it because for a different reason of what the wealthy person thinks. The wealthy person thinks, everyone's gravitating towards me. I want this honor. And really, what he's getting is really a fake reaction, because all they really want is what he has. They don't want him. They don't like his personality. He's not a nice person necessarily. They just want what he has. They want money. They want to mooch off of him. They want to get the benefits of hanging around that person. So the rich person, when they see the common people honor the wealthy, some people are persuaded that it's worth exerting oneself in order to get such honor. So it's worth it. These people think, hey, it's worth it for me to become rich. Let me work really, really hard. I make a lot of money, because now everyone's going to like me. Everyone's going to be my friend. Everyone's going to want to be me. Everyone's going to want to hang out with me all the time. Ve'ilu hiskilu hevinu ki ein b'choltam v'loy b'chocham v'loy losses v'loy l'mona v'li shegezaloi habayir etzlam. And if people would only realize That's not the ability of the power of the wealthy person or the common person looking up to the wealthy person to change either one of those circumstances. You can't buy honor. You cannot get more honor just because you're rich. And you, as the common folk who are looking up to the wealthy person, cannot make more money just because you're trying to befriend that wealthy person. You are not going to have more honor by trying to buy it, and you're not going to have any less either, because what you deserve, you deserve. And the person trying to mooch off of the rich person, they're not going to have any extra money just because they're trying to mooch off of that person. And that's what he's trying to explain over here, that this fallacy of wealth is that from both perspectives is a huge mistake that they're making. People would see fit to honor only one whom Hashem has endowed with outstanding virtues if they realize really what it is to be a person. For which he deserves to be honored by Hashem. If he knew that the true cause of honor, they would honor only those who Hashem honors. And what's that reason? In Shmuel it says, Ki mechabdei achabed. If you as a person honor Hashem, Hashem is going to honor you. And by that, he can bring that in many different ways. He might be able to bring you kavod. Not that you're seeking kavod. People will respect you and appreciate your presence and want to hang out with you, not because you're wealthy, because of who you are. Because they want to be with you because you're doing the right thing. Because ignorant people honor the wealthy with various forms of honor, Hashem adds to the ignorance of these wealthy people who are pursuing honor, so that they should not understand what generally brings about the honor which they seek. They ask, why are people honoring me?